Ow, welcome to my tube. I'm Marge, I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little, sometimes I go by standing turtle. Marge, standing turtle. I'm Hayoka, I'm empath. I'm just an aspect of anybody that's receiving this on the other end. I'm just a different version, a broader spectrum. I just have more life experiences all. I'm what would happen to you if you would have seen some of the things that I would have seen. I just look different. This is my turtle. I got it in Tulum, Mexico back in 2011. Standing turtle. Anyway, I'm all buzzy. My body, my kundalini energy is just really activated. My third eye, all of my chakras are aligned and whoo, dancing. They're all having their own ceremony in gratitude for Michael, the peace dealer. I gotta say something first. This is to piggyback on a storyline that I started yesterday with Can Eat Well, the city inspector. I went back to tell the taco shop that I did the video so that maybe they'd watch. Because I did it on their behalf, kind of thing, you know? Because they're just trying to run their business. They can't speak out against any official. I can. Fuck that dude. Anyway, he's a D-bag. It wasn't even him, because I'm like, is this the man that confronted you? And he's like, no, that's not him. I'm like, can you talk? Take it outside, bud. Come on, Paws. Come on, Papas. Come on, Paws. Put the nuts. Love nuggets. You want in the side spot or you want under? Come on. Good boy. Settle down. Good dog. Good boy. Good boy. Good doggy. I don't call them doggy. I just don't know why I said that. Good dog. Good dog. Doggy. I'm picking up on something else because I don't call. When I say words, I don't ordinarily say that ain't my shit. I'm picking up on somebody calls. So maybe somebody's watching causes their dog's doggy. That's not me. Anyway. So I said, "Is this the man that confronted you yesterday?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, this is the guy whose business card is stapled profusely on your post of stop working." You know, and then there's this other guy, there's this other name, like, scribbled in. And I'm like, could it be this Nguyen guy over here? Could that name go with the face that you saw? And he's like, he's not real good with Spanish, and I'm not either. I'm trying to get better. Un poquito. I'm trying to get muy bien. Because I have sobrinas that speak Espanol, and I would like to speak more on what's comfortable to them if that's what they prefer. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I haven't been around them in years. So the taco truck saga continues. Now, for my take on what the peace dealer, his representation, of my birth chart, I appreciate it very much. I've been tracking my birth chart since birth. I remember I was one of those weird kids. They call us. They didn't even have names for us, people like me, when in the 70s. I was born in 1974. So, I don't know. When people started becoming more like me, because we're the after effects of like trauma and things like that, high sensitivity, hypersensitivity, is we've seen a lot of shit, you know? And the thing of it is under traumatic situations, I don't like freak out. I go into like first responder mode. It's weird. I'm the person that runs into the fire kind of stuff. I see people say little snippets like I've been training my whole life. I'm like, okay, I can relate to that because I've been training my whole life, you know, of seeking out darkness and maybe helping, you know, draw out the light within them if they so choose. If not, if they so choose, you know, that they don't want to let go of the darkness and they want to keep down that trajectory of their life path in that way, then we'll part ways and, you know, may we not cross paths again. Be well. Or not. Fucking whatever. Evildoers. I can't fucking, what do you do with the evil? I mean, whatever. There's people that choose to live that way every day, that freaking eat children and freaking shit like that, and rape kids and take them and all that. It's grown so much into the such high places that us regular people are like, what? Cognitive dissonance at its highest. Anyway, so my perception, I'm getting off tangent. My perception, I made a couple notes. He had mentioned candid camera, and I got my own little photography. I love photography. I got a Snapnax as my Instagram tag. I got a grown-up camera over there with the big person with the man's lens. Anyway, and it's called Snapnax. And I used to watch candid camera when I was a little girl. I was like 2-3 years old. And I used to watch shows like Kids Always Say the Darndest Things. So I used to watch how the kids reacted because I was a kid. So it's kid language. When they get squirmy and swirly, they don't want to be in your energy. And for parents and people to overpower that and subdue that, that's an evil, twisted thing. I don't care if you're just like, okay, calm down. I want you to get you to calm down. Let the being calm itself down. That's the thing, is I've always been looking to calm myself down. People try to calm me down and stuff, and I'm like, dude, you ain't calming yourself. You're the one that's perpetuating this energy in me that I don't even know how to respond to until later. I do now. I'm talking like 2-3 years old. There's just people, Mom says, she's frequently says that when I was little, like 2-3 years old, I'd look at people and say they have bad eyes. Bad eyes. No, bad eyes. Bad eyes. Bad eyes. I recognize the no vibrational beings. So I think that's cool that he said candid camera. Because cameras have always been significant, because I get the captures of people, how people really are. Sometimes, and people see it, and sometimes they don't like it either. But I get the real deal. You know, we're all just authentic beings. We're just all spirits having a library experience of a human experience. We're just checking out this life, this incarnation, and we're all just supposed to be living for the highest good of all people concerned, not just self-gratification and chasing sensations. The authority thing that he talked about was very on point. I've been harassed by Sheriff RPD. I had my first gun drawn on me, arm drawn on me by a Reading police officer. I was a female, 15 years old. I was riding eastbound on South Bonneview Drive. I mean, I could do all the freaking cop speak. You know, I could do the whole thing, right? Get pulled over because we just dumped off Mom's deadbeat boyfriend that freaking slammed her head in the car door of a 64 Chevy Biscayne few weeks before, and she had a stroke. And she got out of the hospital, and I told her she couldn't hang out with that boy no more. And then he started sniffing around. Sheriff called and said, if you don't come get him, we're going to arrest him. Oh no, but I love him. All that shit I've seen women do my whole life. Oh, I love him. And all just knowing what fucking shitbags they are. Just dirtbags. Just no vibrational beings that just prey on the heartstrings of women or men, or, you know, it don't matter. People, anyone they can prey on, they'll just prey on them. I've seen them my whole life. Just people that take. And then when you get tired of freaking giving, go away and just quit talking to them, they'll come back in and say, hey, are you going to come back and so I can tell you that I never want to speak to you again? And I'm like, no, I don't want to play that game anymore. I got too much to give, and people that got nothing to give back, I'm going to go away from you. So, okay, so the policeman freaking did a U-turn after we dumped him off. This is after the guy, well, he did try to okay, duly noted, on the way to drop him off at his sister's house, he freaking reached in the back of the car, grabbed Mom's wooden cane, because she had just had a stroke, mind you. And he's talking in the front seat about how many times he had stood over my bed with like a fork and he just wanted to kill me. He was just going to stab me in his eye. This guy was really fucking nuts, man. But he was a really good looking man. So see how looks equate I mean, looks to a lot of people totally negate fucking psychosis. And it's weird what people do to chase sensations because of ideas of things, when the reality is so much more in their face. Whatever. Teach his own. Life lessons learned. I've done some really stupid shit myself, so I ain't here to judge nobody. Except those no-vibers. People have free will, and the way that people choose to act is just darn dirty and gross sometimes. So the policeman, so he, after saying all this, you know, and I'm like, fucking dude, you whatever. I'm like, you're just such a, I'm talking shit. I was talking shit to him. I was 15. I was in good shape too, you know. At the same time, I was leg pressing freaking like 500 pounds at Nova, hanging out with the people in the gym stuff, you know, screwing around. Let's see if I can do this. Can't do it now. My back is too jacked. Anyway. So, he ended up grabbing her cane. Mom pulled over the side of the road. He broke it over his knee. We were doing the run around thing, cartoon chase around the car. Mom's like freaking out. I'm like, I reason with the guy. We reason enough to calm each other. Everybody calms down enough to get in the car, get him to where he needs to be, dump him off, and then we were coming back. The police saw us with the drunk gone, and because evidently people's house who we stopped in front of, they called the authorities because somebody was chasing a kid around a car with a wooden cane. Oh my lawn. I don't get embarrassed. I can't, because this is my life. This is shit that's always happened. You know, what am I going to do? People see this stuff, you know. I didn't make it happen. I was just trying to escort my mom because the fucking bully fucking kicked the shit out of her. So yeah, authorities have always freaking given me a hard time. I've been escorted in medians at nightclubs by sheriffs. It's just, I mean, I can't, it's weird. It's weird. And I can't, and so I started talking about this stuff on my YouTube channel and things like that, you know, of stories of my life, because I can't believe sometimes the account of just how basically the whole world has neglected me. I'll look in people's eyes and say, will you help me? And they just look, they're the people that say, oh, autistic people don't look into your eyes. No, you're just not looking at the same time that we are. Other people don't look. I intentionally go down the street and see people and look in their eyes, and they don't look into mine. And I'm supposed to be the one with Asperger's or whatever. I just know how people, I always read energy. And most people, they vibe so low, they know that their energy ain't worth reading. So they don't reach out. They know they don't try. They know that they gave up on life. They know that, don't bother with me, Heyoka. I vibe too low. You don't want to know me. And I'm Heyoka, and I'm like, I'm full spectrum. I've been down there with you. I've been where you are, in the no vibe zone. I was a drunk for 14 years. I no vibed. And if I'm not careful, I still have that propensity, that I can still be. But this life ain't just for me, because I gotta look out for Ma, because she's in better physical health than I am. See, I'm the mental, she's the bot. She don't do the work. She don't, you know, she sits in her little mom chair, in her little mom throne, and watches Longmire. She just woke up. How long have I been talking? Okay. So, and when you said if anybody ever talks to him, or he said something like he doesn't see colors, it's chitty chitty bang bang in my ear right now. I love chitty chitty bang bang. And I love to dance. April 9th. I mean, I'm a ham. I'm a clown. Anyway, I want to help him see color. In the morning, like before the sun gets full, like about 8, 9, like when it starts to come around up over the horizon, and you're in the prime spot too, you're in the desert, look at the sun through your skies. And this is for anybody who doesn't see color or dream or have viviality, that your third eye hasn't opened yet. That's all that is your third eye hasn't opened yet, but it will. Because you raising in vibration and frequency. Ooh, I didn't even know the light was off. My bad. Because my eyes were. I'm talking to him like trying to demonstrate too. So you just keep your eyes closed and look at the sun, and then do that in the evening. The light around, I don't know, 6, 7, 8. Just not the brightness of the day. That's crazy. And then that is the first step of beginning to see color. And yes, I dream. Oh, my dream. I often say your dream night, your spirit in the dream realm. Dreaming is your spirit in higher dimensions, is how I perceive it. So we are having our same. It's like, I think of it as. My train of thought just derailed. Hold on a second. I can't get that chitty chitty bang bang song out of my head now. I think of it as, I was talking about him opening his third eye. Oh, and dream night is like you watch a show when you're a little kid, or you watch a play or something, and it's so real to you that you go home and you think about what those people are still doing in that storyline. And then every now and again, if it's that important, maybe a song does it, and it brings back a memory of a good time that you had. And so every time you hear that song, it reminds you of that point in time, and it like puts you in that place. Well, I think that our dream state is our spirits having experiences that our spirits have had in history, in past and present and future, at all different times, because time, it pops all over the place. It ain't linear. If that makes sense to anybody, that'd be cool. If it doesn't, I'll keep trying my verbiage and tuning things in to make it a little bit more common denominational. So that's what I think our dreamscape is. So I dream every night, and I think, and that's why, like, and dreaming is just a small example of a larger scale of what our spirit does throughout different in other incarnations and experiences that we have in current past lives too. So when you're dreaming about flying, you're dreaming about the time that you lived in that incarnation, that you were living on the flying time planet, whatever. And then you see shows like, Superman, and you or anything that identifies with flying, and then another same freak, big huge common denominator, Harry Potter. Yep, bringing into the dark and light aspects, the ego versus spirit, and that's what 2020 is the year of clear vision. And so seeing clear vision is getting more people to open their third eye. So I hope you're walking around. When you walk around and do your walks and talks, I love those, by the way, Michael. I hope that you are walking around barefoot, grounded. I think that you are. I don't hear like flip-flops or anything like that. I just bought myself like $7 pair of flip-flops. I haven't had a pair of flip-flops in a few years. I had these Tivas that I've had for like 8 years. These things have been in the Grand Canyon. I got to go. I've had them probably 5, 6 years. It's just time flies when you're trying to not relive the same day over and over. But they broke. They're like I need to put them in the garbage, and I just really don't want to spend $100 on another. Well, actually, I only spent 50 on those because I got a gift certificate for giving a talk in Al-Anon. Yeah, I just came and went to share my experience. I'm kind of a motivational speaker. I have some same friends of Bill W. and some of those friends are the group of Alan, and so they had me come talking at an anniversary or something. My name has been on flyers before. Marge H, Bellevue, Nebraska. Anyway, so they gave me a $50 gift card, so I went, because I don't like spending like a, in my mind, $100 for a pair of shoes, $20 for a pair of pants. I was born an old man. I'm pretty sure I was reincarnated. I was a male in the last few incarnations of this life, and before this life, and so I'm getting the karma. I had been early on. I got the karma payback of atrocities that I had done in previous incarnations, and that was the best blessing, and I'll end up on this, that I got from Michael. That was the best part about the whole thing, is that he released me from that. I think, because people used to say, well, you make happen what you want to happen. You draw what you draw, and so finding out and reading the police report when I was in junior high about the account of me being sexually assaulted and penetrated as a 10-month-old infant, and then recalling the other accounts that have happened in an emotional and clinical and spiritual, mind, body, spirit way, and going back and hanging out with her and feeling those hurts. Ooh, we're gonna do the multi-dimensions zoom. Anyway, healing all those hurts. What I learned 46 years later is that I healed a lot of hurts, and that maybe I have an opportunity, since I learned how to speak through my pain, that I can help other people learn how to speak through their pain instead of acting out in aggressive ways and because these acts of passion are only going to be worse. And the acts of passion, a lot of them are going to be because people aren't reciprocating their passion. So it's going to be like, that stalker stuff is going to start coming back a lot, because people are going to start, it's weird, just stuff is going to be, safety is always paramount. Sometimes the astrology lines up that it's going to be more paramount, and that's what I do. I'm an esoteric Sherlock. I take care of my mom I take care of my mom, make sure she has all her needs, and in between I do videos, I go out and I take pictures, I network with people, I stand for justice. And the underdog. I stand for the underdog is what I stand for. Whatever that may be. I don't even, So I just want to say that his account of me, and as I understand the representation of my astrological alignments, which I think I'm pretty good. I ain't never gonna know them. I'm always learning. We're just an onion that just continues to be unraveled. We are always just learning about ourselves, and when we learn about ourselves, we see that in other people. So I don't get mad at people because there's vibrations I pick up on. I bully bullies. I pick on the people that pick on people. I don't just pick on everybody. I pick on the people. I selectively pick on the people that pick on people. I have a t-shirt. I think I sent a screenshot of that to Michael actually one time. I have a truth speaking t-shirt shop. I had this one made a few years ago. My ex made it. It says straight people like rainbows too. It has a little cloud at the bottom. I came up with that when I was 9. And I noticed that the colors are in the color wheel, the color spectrum. Ever since I was a little kid, I always put the rainbow in that order. It made sense to me. See, I was just always who I was, and then when I grew up, people started putting labels on me, and I was just never picked up their labels. Mom said, just don't pick up their shit. Don't pick up their stuff. So I made an effort, and it's hard because I don't have any friends. I have one friend, actually. I'm gonna go do laundry today, I think, here in a little bit. It's overcast. It's nice weather where I'm at, because I feel good inside, so it's gonna reflect in my outer world. But I don't have a lot of friends, and that's interesting that he mentioned that, whatever placement that was, that I draw energy from people, and because I learned, in that collective consciousness of the Carl Jung imprinted, teachings of my friends at Bill W, that we're all connected, and if I'm okay inside, then you're gonna be okay inside, and that if I can calm down about stuff, you can calm down about stuff, and just keep it down here. It's when people get things twisted up here, then we got problems, and violence ensues, and anarchy, and all that. And there's gonna be that, and there has been that. There's gonna be more of that. It's just gonna be on a, well, let me restate that by saying the astrology is in alignment, that the potential for that can exist if people choose to go that route. Or they could just stay home with their, and do a workout with themselves for a while, let the dust settle, and then we could all re-emerge to this higher dimensional consciousness planet together, and then rebuild from the destruction that's been caused, Let's just try and leave it better than we found it, is all. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.